What's up? What's up? What's up? I hope that you guys are all still enjoying a nice start to your spring. It's officially now spring, regardless of what the weather says. The calendar says it's spring. So I'm enjoying the warmer mornings that I'm able to get out and actually run outside or work out outside. That is a nice change. So as you can see, I'm sporting one of my Chicago Bears t-shirts. I have many of them. I'm a crazy Chicago Bears fan. You guys will just learn things about me, and that's one of them that I am absolutely unashamed about. We are definitely making a comeback. I cried when we lost in the postseason, but we're not gonna talk about it. So anyway, yes, I'm absolutely a Chicago Bears fan. That is my city. I love my team. I love the people. So you'll see me sporting the gear from time to time. I am also wearing spring lips. So today's shade is called Skywalking by ColourPop. It was actually given to me by a former coworker in a gift exchange, and I absolutely love it. She was like, I hope it's not too bright for you. Absolutely not. Thanks, Paige. It's amazing. It's a cross between a red and a pink, and I absolutely love it. So if you're into bright colors, check out Skywalking by ColourPop. I had a request from a viewer, and I get super excited when people ask me to talk about specific things because I never want to just ramble on. I want to talk about what you guys want to hear about when it comes to fitness, family, faith, all of that stuff. So this one is about fitness, and the subscriber was asking me to talk about plateaus and how you can get past them when you have reached a plateau. If you are trying to lose weight or tone up, if you just have fitness goals of any kind, you are likely to hit a plateau along your journey. So let's get into it. I want to start with kind of not what I'm going to talk about, but something you need to look into regardless, and it's more important than your workouts. It's your diet. So if you have not fully investigated or delved into your calorie intake, the types of calories you're intaking, your macronutrients, all of that, you need to do that. If you've been on the same plan for a while, anywhere from like 9 to 12 months, and you've hit a plateau, I would investigate that first. If you're still fairly new in a diet change, I don't think that may necessarily be the issue, because with diet changes and incorporating something new, you need to give your body a chance to adjust to that. But if you've been following a specific diet plan or lifestyle for a while and you've hit a plateau, look into that. You might need to change some of your macronutrients around, manipulate them a little differently, or you just may need to look at the sheer number of calories you're intaking. There is nothing that's ever going to change about science and about weight loss. It's calories in versus calories out. How much do you burn based on how much you are taking in? So it could be as simple as, regardless of the quality of the calories you're taking in, it could be really good calories that you're ingesting. It could still be too many based on what you're burning in that particular day. So look into that first. But what I'm really going to get into is your workouts. Looking at your workouts, and if you have hit a plateau, there are 3 specific areas that I really want you to look at. Let's start with your cardio. You guys know I personally love cardio. I could do it every day or minimum 5 to 6 days a week and not have an issue. I love cardio, but I know that I am the exception. So if you have specifically weight loss goals, there's really no way around cardio. You have to have it as a part of your fitness regime. The type of cardio is what I want you to look at if you have hit a plateau. So most cardio will fall into 2 categories, either steady state cardio or HIIT cardio, high intense interval training. So steady state cardio is what, before HIIT kind of really became common. It's been around for a long time, but it's kind of exploded in the last few years. But steady state cardio is traditional running, jogging, walking, elliptical, bike, anything like that, that you are engaging in for a specific length of time, a considerable length of time, and you're not changing your speed or your intensity. So you might be jogging for 30 minutes straight at the same pace, or you might be cycling for 50 minutes straight at the same pace. It is about your heart rate and keeping it relatively steady across the whole length of your cardio, regardless of how long that is. That is considered steady state cardio, and it can be extremely efficient for fat burning, because once you hit a certain time threshold, if you've been engaging in the same activity and your heart rate still needs to be considerably elevated, but you're still not pushing yourself close to exhaustion, if you're kind of in that middle range of aerobic or anaerobic activity, that is steady state cardio. And once you engage in that, around the 30 to 40 minute mark, your body will start to switch from using carbohydrates and sugar that you have ingested to using fat as your source, burning fat as your source of energy. So steady state cardio can be really efficient for fat burning if you can find a pace that you can sustain for an extended length of time. Now, the opposite is sort of with HIIT training, high intense interval training. The idea with that is to max out really quickly for a short time span and then allow yourself a brief recovery period and then do it all over again for a certain number of cycles. Now, you can reach that many different ways. You can do it with like boot camp type training, for example, where you're doing burpees and mountain climbers and all these activities that use compound exercises. So exercises that are using more than one part of your body to spike your heart rate way up there, close to your maximum level heart rate, and then to bring it back down to let yourself recover and to spike it back up again. So any type of training that does that falls into the HIIT category. So when you've reached a plateau, I want you to swap what you normally do. So if you normally engage in steady state cardio, where you do the elliptical or you do the treadmill for a certain amount of time, and then you go into some other type of training, I want you to swap that out for HIIT training for a couple of weeks. If you've been doing HIIT training for a long time, and this is again, if you have weight loss goals and you've hit a plateau, I want you to try some steady state cardio for a while. A lot of times our body just needs something different. It needs to respond to something differently. It needs a jolt to bust out of that plateau. So that's the number one thing I want you to look at, the types of cardio you typically have been engaging in, and to switch that up a little bit. Number two, let's talk about your resistance training. So hopefully you are doing some type of resistance training if you have weight loss or body toning goals. It's similar to cardio. You can't really avoid it. You need to strengthen certain parts of your body. You'll also notice that it will help your cardio. You will be able to sustain aerobic activity longer when you do more resistance training. So if you have been doing 3 sets of whatever the exercise is at the same weight, so let's say with either 10, 12, or 15-pound weights for weeks, and you haven't increased your number of sets, so you're still only doing 3 sets, or if you haven't increased the weight itself, we need to look at that. So you have 2 options, and what I would recommend is the latter option. So first, you can do more sets. So you can keep your weights the same and do more than 3 sets. So extend to 4 or 5 sets. Or you can increase your weight value and decrease the number of reps within the set. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing any less than 3 sets, but if you're going to increase the weight itself, you can then still do 3 sets, but instead of doing 8 to 10 reps, you can max out at around 6 or 7 reps, depending on the how heavy the weight itself is. So if you've been doing 10 to 12 pounds for a while, look at some of those 15 to 18 pound weights. Dumbbells are great, but also look at medicine balls. You can do a lot more with a medicine ball. You can do some more of those compound exercises with a medicine ball that are not as easily done with a dumbbell. So look at your weight, look at your resistance training. If you have been using the same type of resistance band, it's providing the same level of resistance for you for a while, then go to the next level up and then look at increasing your reps within that also. A lot of bodybuilders, they will do a very small number of reps, like 2 to 3 reps, but the weight is really heavy. And you'd be really surprised at how much fat that actually burns. When you are really challenging your body to do all that it can do within a short amount of time. You will notice how much that you are sweating, how much your body is actually extending to be able to just get through 3 or 4 reps with a really heavy weight. So look at increasing the weights that you were using in your resistance training and still completing a minimum of 3 sets, but looking at your weight and decreasing your reps within that set. Third thing we want to look at is also in relation to your resistance and your weight training. And it's something that you have to be really honest with yourself about. How hard are you actually pushing yourself? When was the last time you were in the middle or toward the end of a workout and you felt exhausted? You really felt like your body could not give any more than it was giving. Like it took everything within you just to get those last 3 reps done. I had to have a really honest conversation with myself when I hit a plateau, and I really was not pushing myself to that limit, to that there's a point of exhaustion that your body will hit with every exercise. If you have enough resistance, if you have enough weight, if you've been doing it for long enough, your body will reach a point of failure with every exercise. So if you can't remember the last time that your body reached a point of failure, meaning you were in the middle of an exercise and you were shaking to finish it, or you couldn't finish it at all when you got to that 3rd set, when you got to those last 3 reps of that last set, then you need to challenge yourself some more. That, my friends, will help you bust through a plateau really quickly. A lot of just world star athletes, they learn to push themselves past what they think they can do. And so therefore, they're able to set and attain new goals because they are literally pushing themselves to exhaustion, therefore creating another level for their body to reach. Now, what the thing is important with that is recovery time is crucial, and stretching and allowing your muscles the things they need to recover properly. When you're pushing yourself to those kind of levels, it is good for you, and it will strengthen your muscles, it will strengthen your body, it will strengthen your mind also, but you also need to make sure that you are refueling and recuperating properly, that you're getting enough sleep, and that your muscles are able to recover from that. So look at how much you are really pushing yourselves when you're in the middle of these workouts, and get to a really honest place with yourself. If you have a trainer, allow that trainer to push you to another level, because that's when you're going to truly bust through a plateau and see some different results with your body. So hopefully that helped some of you. I always enjoy taking questions and inquiries from people, like I said, about fitness, nutrition, faith, family. I don't prescribe to be an expert of any kind, but all I do is share things that have worked for me and things that I am working out along this journey. So please feel free to comment. Please share this with somebody. If you and your friends and your family have fitness and weight loss goals, I really think that these tips shared could really help you bust past a plateau. We all get to them. We all get to plateaus along our journey, and it's great to investigate some of the things that may have gotten us stuck at a certain point. So please share, like, comment, share your stories with me. If there's something that has helped you get through a plateau, please share it with everybody. Have you subscribed? Why not? Subscribe. I thank you for sharing time with me. Your time is valuable, so I appreciate you taking a few moments and spending some time with me. You know what I'm gonna say? Keep pushing. You've got this.